last session, you guys went on the information hunt, trying to track down any info you could pertaining to, who attacked the building, who set it up, who's involved. Uh, you've come to find out the company WorldSat has been trying to get their hands on a series of buildings in your area, and have been demolishing them to set up radio towers. And one of the sponsors for that project happens to be the CEO of a major prosthesis company, Corvin Hott. He's in charge of the company Veteran. And unfortunately, you guys also came to realize that Corvin has been very creepily hanging around your building for some reason. But with all of that information gathered, you guys went home for the day, were getting ready for some rest and relaxation, when unfortunately, the majority of you, heard sirens of a fire truck parked outside of your building, busted in, and for our second floor denizen, you heard them kicking in doors on the first floor and calling for people to evacuate because there's a fire. I believe Ava was immediately trying to make her escape.
Yes.
So, before they even start, basically, like while they're in the stairwell, you are opening up your locked window and beginning to climb out. Uh, would you say there's like a fire escape, or do you have one of those like deployable ladders, like throw out the window?
I'd say that I'm on the second story. Uh
Mhm.
yeah, it'll be a deployable ladder because I want it to be secret.
You go ahead, you pop your window open and throw out one of those rope ladders and start climbing on down.
I pack my bag with a couple of specific items and I just start walking out, rubbing my eyes.
All right.
Uh,
Um,
so I hear the sirens.
you hear the sirens, and by the time you're able to like do anything and react, you can already kind of start to hear commotion downstairs.
What does this commotion sound like? Or do I need to roll perception checks?
I mean, if you wait long enough, you'll hear the same thing that everyone's hearing of door of well, after a while, it's not doors being kicked in, but doors being bashed on, as there seems to be a small group of men calling, "Evacuate the building! There's a fire!" As they
Yeah.
seem to be making their way up the building.
I will grab my gear and I'll walk out of my room. Do I see the fireman on my floor
Uh, the
or?
first person, the first person you will see is your neighbor Aku.
Yeah. I strain my ears to listen to see if there's a fire alarm going on, and be like, "No fire alarm. How can there be a?"
Well,
I'm
that's a good
assuming
question,
Ava would
Ava.
not risk the building burning down. Surely because she's not cutting that many corners.
I have an alarm, I just don't have sprinklers.
Yeah,
Okay,
so there.
so yeah,
So yeah, we would be hearing the alarm going off if there was an actual fire.
there does not appear to be an alarm.
The
So
insurance
that
company
is.
won't allow me to make claims if I don't have an alarm.
So yeah, my character immediately knows that something is up.
Hmm. But by the time you guys basically reach the stairwell, you see a couple of firefighters running past you as they're going up to the higher floors, and there's at least one of them that notices you two, and he goes, "Go ahead, keep heading down the."
No,
Or,
no, no, no. I'm gonna stop you right there. Do you hear a fire alarm going off? Last I checked, the fire alarm goes off if the fire is going. So unless we got a faulty fire alarm, we don't have a fire.
Look, if you want to take your risk burning in a building, that's up to you. If you want to get dragged out of here safely, you can come with me. I don't have time to argue with you.
And I'm telling you that if this place was actually on fire, the alarm would have been let off. I know there's no sprinkler system, but still, everyone in this building would have heard the alarms go off first before you guys even showed up, and everyone would have been outside already. So try and tell me another lie, boy.
I start recording now. On yeah, at the bottom of the stairs.
The firefighter just shakes his head. Like I said, you don't have to believe me. You want to stay in here? Be my guest. If you want to live, I can help you get out. And it's got to be now because the smoke's going to start filling up those lower floors quicker than we can spit.
Uh huh. There would have been smoke already if it started from the lower floors. I may not be an expert
Oh,
on
you mean
fire.
like that? As he points down the stairwell, as you can kind of start to see smoke pouring up from the stairwell.
Faulty fire alarm it is.
All right, now are we evacuating or are we arguing?
How about I help you boys evacuate some of these citizens out?
Suit yourself, sir. I already got some of my other boys heading upstairs, but you want to do your civic duty, be my guest. As the firefighter points at you, Aku. You coming?
I continue walking downstairs and recording.
All right. The firefighter kind of trails behind you, not too close. You get a reasonable distance. Do Go ahead and give me a perception check as you head down the stairs.
Awareness. Perception.
Ah, damn.
Oh, hello.
All right.
That is
That is two nets in the back to back.
All right. Perfect. As you're going down the staircase, you kind of your camera gets blocked by just this plume of smoke that hits you in the face. But you manage to get down the staircase and you kind of turn and look behind you. The smoke's not coming from the first floor. It's literally coming from the staircase.
Oh, I swear to God, these guys did some arson.
No, not like it's coming from the basement, like it's coming from just under the staircase.
Remember when I said there was a bomb down below?
Yeah, but I had a bomb squad to check. They didn't find anything.
I didn't know what was planted down there. It might have not been a bomb.
Well, I told them to basically search the place for anything that could be potentially explosives or hazardous.
We told
I
them to
couldn't
search,
tell you.
We told them to search the basement, not underneath the staircase.
I told them to search the building, but that's just me.
I mean, on a favor, they're not going to search a whole like 13-floor building.
They searched the basement alone.
Yeah, this was an off the clock favor for you. This wasn't a.
Fair enough. So firebomb underneath the staircase. Should know.
Awesome. Possible. So with that information, Aku, what are you doing?
The firefighter behind me.
Like you reach the bottom of the staircase, and he's like at the like where the staircase curves. Basically, he's on that platform, getting ready to follow you down.
Cool, 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 cool. The second he tries to get down, I don't want him to see me, so I'm stealthing. Never mind.
Ooh.
Yeah, he literally sees you start to like try and duck for something, and he immediately goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wrong way, buddy. We got to go out the front door here." As he comes down the bottom of the staircase, starts pointing down the hall.
I got a friend this way.
I'll go get him then. Go, 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 go. I don't got time to save both of you.
All right. The second he turns around, then I just duck out the other way.
Define the other way, because basically his eyes are following you as you go down the hallway towards the front door.
I'm having it fully recorded on him right now. And then I head out.
Okay. You can choose to use the little like side fire exit you snuck out the building the other time, because that wouldn't be suspicious
Yeah.
if you want to try to go be sneaky in there. But
I don't see there being a reason. Because if I just want to get back in, I can take that way.
you head out the front door, and basically as soon as you like start leaving the building, you watch the firefighter start making his way up the staircase.
I'm
Master didn't
currently
go for my friend.
upstairs making
Oh,
sure.
wait.
I'm
No,
currently
he
up.
heads down the stairs. He starts going towards the basement. That's what he does.
Oh.
He's gonna go way up now.
Yep. And my character wouldn't know any of this information, so he can't act on
You said you were going to offer to help evacuating the building. Are you heading up the stairs to help knock on doors, or what are you doing?
it. I'm on the third floor, aren't I?
Yes, you guys live on the third floor.
What floors have you guys already got covered?
The one firefighter has already escorted Aku downstairs. If
Yeah.
you head upstairs, you might be able to catch up with the other two you saw, but
Mhm. I'm gonna go. Do I know if there's anyone else on this third floor?
um, your only neighbors on the third floor were
The party.
The neighbor with the animals.
yeah, you'd know there's the neighbor with the animals that you haven't seen her come out. You know the other party members the spare for the solo, which lives on the second floor, and landlady that lives on the second floor.
Yeah. I'll go to my animal lady, whose name seems to escape me for whatever reason.
Her name was Gina.
Gina. I'll knock on Gina's door politely. If she doesn't answer, I'll knock a little bit louder, etc.
Do, do, do. Oh, give me just 1 second here. All right. Just knocking on the door first. You will hear her kind of shout out from across the room. I'm coming. I'm coming. I heard.
My character will patiently wait there. Because, you described her as an elderly woman.
Yeah, kind of like not a little older than like middle aged, 40s, maybe 50s.
Well, my character would still help her out because she has stuff to carry down.
All right. If you stand there for maybe another, say 5 minutes, no, maybe about 10 minutes, you don't hear her coming to the door. You don't hear any of her many locks unlocking. You do hear glass shattering.
I'm gonna bust the door down.
All right, that'll be, I want to say athletics, but let me double check our skills here. Under our body, yep, under the body stat, it'll be athletics.
17.
All right. The doors in the building are not particularly great, so you do manage to kick it open, but it is stuck about halfway thanks to a couple of chain locks holding it in place.
Is there a way that I can unlock them?
You would have to try to break them with some sort of object, or if you want to try and like twist your arm in there to unlock them that way, but that would be a different kind of skill check.
Would that be a Catortis?
Yes.
I'll give that a whirl. If not, then I'll try busting down the door again. 14.
You can manage to like worm your arm in there and kind of start fussing with the chains and everything, but you can't really get it open any further.
Well, then breaking down the door even further. And it goes,
Do you have any sort of melee weapon with you?
the best I got is my shield, but that's it.
Your what?
My shield.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want me to use a flashlight.
I wouldn't count a flashlight as being the most effective melee weapon.
Oh shit, I do have a video camera.
Oh shit, my body cam's been on this whole time. Fuck.
No, it's just that I forgot that I had it, so...
Well, if you do not have any sort of melee weapon to try and bash down the door with, you can try to bust off the little chain locks, but it is going to be more difficult.
Can I see into the room at the very least?
You would be able to see into the room, but not where the window is. I would say that now that the door is open, you can hear Gina kind of like loudly whispering, just like, shh, we're almost down. It's okay. It's okay.
Uh... Oh, wait. So Gina does have Wait, does Gina actually have illegal pets?
That is up to you to decide. No one has actually seen her pets because she doesn't let anyone in her apartment.
Yeah. Question: can I shoot the chain lock?
You can try, but I mean, it's basically an issue of that bullet's definitely going to go through the lock and has a chance to hit something else.
Fair enough. Do
It's
I?
usually
Is there anybody? Is there anything near the door that I could use as like a improvised weapon to break the chain?
no, not really.
All right. Then I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way with the good old kicking shoes.
Good old kicking shoes.
Athletics again.
Yep.
15.
4. A 15, you can hear the door starting to crack under the pressure, but it is not opened.
And I go, okay. Final heave. 1, 2, heave. 17.
All right.
Yeah, because last thing my character would want is her to basically be in the room with a fire going on, not knowing that she may or may not have illegal pets.
As you bust down the door, the thing you see is the door flies open, the chains having been broken off the shoddy wooden frame.
Mm-hmm.
You see Gina half hanging out the window, some sort of rope dangling from it, a shotgun in her hand as she shoots you.
I believe that misses.
Let me double check. What is the size of our rooms? Uh,
I'm pretty certain it's more than 6 yards.
6 yards is a lot, my guy.
yeah, the rooms are. Yeah, the rooms are only 6 meters, but from the window to where you'd be standing is about roughly 8 or 10. So she does just barely miss as the shotgun pellets basically shoot all around the door frame, and you duck.
Whoa! What's with the hostilities? Gina?
And before you can even respond, she is out of the window, most likely sliding down the rope.
Can I look out the window?
You can, as you look down the window, you are surprised at this 50-year-old woman who, like, with the expertise of a firefighter, slid down this rope almost instantly, as there appears to be at least 4 little, like, pet carriers with, like, sort of stacked on top of each other with wheels,
Mm-hmm.
as she starts pushing them down the alleyway.
Do I see
Or
what's
no, wait, she.
do
Yeah, down the
I
alleyway.
do I see what she has in those pet carriers, or are they those full covered ones?
They're full covered. You cannot see. She does still have the shotgun at her side at the ready.
Am I in
That
that
she.
alleyway or a different one?
Let's see. You are on the opposite alleyway. Is where you came out of.
I mean, on the one hand, she could have illegal pets, but on the other hand, she's out of the building. So,
Also, she has a shotgun, and she's clearly not afraid to use it.
yeah. I mean, I have a rifle and I'm not afraid to use it, but that doesn't mean to go shoot a lady. I mean, she did technically. She did technically assault me, so I could technically, at least, not try to kill her, but at least, slow her down.
Kill the pets.
I'm not going to kill the pets. What? Why would I kill the pets? That's evidence.
Grenade evidence.
Evidence. What
Yeah,
did I say?
evidence of. You
Oh,
said
fuck.
evidence. What evidence of what?
I don't know. Potential illegal pets. I don't know. I don't know what's in there.
I mean, if they're dead, they're still there. They don't.
I
They
mean,
don't
fair, but I
despawn.
don't have a grenade, so. How
They
far?
are.
How far is she from where I'm at?
She's at the bottom of the rope, which you guys are on the 3rd floor. You can try to slide down as fast as she did, but if you fuck up, you're gonna fall.
I could.
And
You know what?
like at this point, she's already like booking it down the alleyway. So
As she's booking it, can I shoot her with my assault rifle, and then try
if
to head down the rope?
here's the thing. With her running the way she is, you can either choose to go down the rope to catch up to her, or you can try to shoot her to slow her down. But either way, that is an action, which means whichever one you choose, she then takes her action of running away faster.
All right, I'm gonna try to slow her down.
Okay, you can go ahead
Then
and take your
next
shot.
round, I'm gonna go down the rope and try to catch up with her as fast as I can. Assault rifle, don't fail me now.
Ooh, it does not fail you.
That's 19 damage to the old lady.
Right.
I'll shoot at you, motherfucker.
I mean, she shot first, so retaliation, my friend.
So that certainly does.
Also, this time around, I do have my body cam on me, so.
40 minus. So you do shoot her, but you do notice that her clothing gets tore up only a little bit. So she's most likely got some armor jack in her clothes. Reduces that down a little bit, or
Yeah.
quite a bit.
My character's not surprised because he's like, all
But
right.
as far as you can tell, she has not been slowed down one bit. If anything, she is now trying to go faster.
I mean, fair. I just shot at her, but she shot me first, so. Part of me wants to go after her, and part of me wants to get to the bottom of this mystery of what's happening in the building.
Well, you're not going to be able to do that if you start shooting at your neighbors. So.
Fair. He's gonna let her go by reluctance. He goes, I'm not young enough for this shit. As I start heading towards the 1st floor to see if I can pinpoint where this fire is coming from.
All right. Well, then going over to Ava, you are in the alleyway. You've seen. I mean, you can turn around the corner. You see the fire truck. And you did hear some gunshots going off from the alleyway on the other side that you have no idea what the deal with that was. And Aku, did you say you were going out the front door or the side door?
I think he's going out the side, isn't he?
The front.
Oh.
So, Aku, you come out the front door, and just about the same time you do, you hear those gunshots, and Ava, you see Aku coming out the front.
Okay. Are the firemen, do they seem to be gathering people in a specific location, or are they just leading people outside?
as far you honestly have no idea because there are no firemen outside.
Okay, so if they are looking for me, they haven't noticed. All right.
I mean, they just really want the building.
I really don't want the building to burn down.
Why do you think I'm checking to see where it's coming from?
Because even if I'm not gonna die. I'm more worried about dying than the building burning down.
Mhm.
I'm just going to
You're
start walking down the street away from the building until I reach like a block away where I can still see the building, and I'm just kind of put my hood up and lean up against the building and kind of loiter there watching for a little while.
okay. And then Aku, where do you want to go? I'll say
I am
again.
specifically recording at the doorway.
You're standing in the doorway recording whatever.
Yeah, whatever is at the end of the. If I can see the staircase, that's what I'm recording.
Okay. Well, the last you saw was the one firefighter going down to the basement. What you end up seeing next, you hear glass shattering coming from the alleyway to your right. And then you see a firefighter coming out from one of the apartment buildings, not really, or from one of the apartments, not really paying attention. As you watch him close the door and like bust off the door or like jam the doorknob to like so it won't open. As he then seems to head over to another one of the another one of the rooms.
I'll wait for him to go in.
Right? You see him fuss with a lock for a minute. He reaches into his coat, pulls out some little doohickey that seems to unlock it almost right away, and heads on into the room, closing the door behind him.
Hmm.
How long does it
Got
take
that
me to get to
all on
the
camera.
first floor?
Probably a few minutes after what Aku just saw. Aku, you see the firefighter go into that room, and you look towards the staircase and see the familiar combat boots of Jackie Zero stomping down the staircase.
Yep. As I want to check to see what is causing it. Should I roll to see if I notice it coming from the basement?
You can roll a perception if you'd like.
Let's see. That's awareness.
Yep.
Got it. 17.
With a 17, you look over the railing. You see the stairs that lead down to the basement, but you see the smoke not coming from the basement.
Where is the smoke coming from exactly?
Under the staircase.
I'll start heading down the stairs, see if I can take it out.
Well, you wouldn't have to go down the stairs. Well, I guess a little bit. You have to go down the stairs. It's
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna jump down. Have you seen
I'm
Skyfall?
just thinking of the layout. I mean, it's just one floor, my friend. But
I mean,
anyway,
fair, but still,
um,
that's not gonna be easy on the knees.
you can go ahead. I sit
Also, that's about
under.
approximately 11 feet.
You can roll conceal/reveal object to see if you can find where the smoke exactly is coming from.
Yep. This is the one skill I suck at. I rolled a 7.
Yeah, unfortunately, even though the smoke is not coming like up from the basement, you're looking, all you just see a plume of smoke that just seems to be kind of getting bigger and bigger.
Okay. One more look around and then I'm gonna get out of here before I die from the fumes. I'm gonna try.
I will say the thing you notice, it looks like smoke, smells like fog.
Wait, it smells like
You look
fog?
through it.
As in like a fog machine?
Basically what it smells like, yeah. It doesn't smell like a fire, it smells like just mist, thick mist.
As soon as he realizes it's mist, he's like, oh, shit. Okay, so let's see if this is... I'm gonna try to see if I can find this quote-unquote smoke machine.
All right, you would have to do something different to be able to roll again. So what are you doing differently this time when you search?
I'm looking around the staircase area to see if there's any nooks and crannies for where you could potentially hide something like this.
Okay.
What do I roll?
It'll same as before, the conceal reveal object.
All right.
Give it one more check here.
Fuck. Oh wait,
And
I got lucky
even
points. I'll use all 5 of my lucky points.
all right, you have to peer in real close. Even kind of like get up and like stand up on the railing to like get a closer look, and you do finally see there's this little box that's kind of just stuck to the underside of the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
There are two things of note. Number one, the box basically appears to be two separate compartments. One box has this vent that's spewing out the smoke. The other compartment appears to have a timer. The timer has not been triggered yet, though.
What does the... Is there wires? What am I looking at here?
You are looking at a box that is spewing out smoke and has a timer.
Alright,
That
I'll
is stuck to the
try to
wall.
see if I can turn this off.
Right, just as soon as you go to reach out for it, you hear, "Hey, what are you doing?" As the firefighter from the basement starts coming up, and he almost immediately sees what you're doing.
Look, there's a box here that's spewing some smoke. It's not actually it's not a fire. It's a false alarm.
No, God.
Give me
You can't
just
be
a
this
minute here.
naive.
No, my character's being honest. Also, he kind of figures that these guys are being the corporation and stuff, so better not to say that stuff out loud. Anyways, what do I roll?
Give me a minute here. I'm looking for.
Cause
What?
I think this is deception, isn't it?
It's what? No.
You're not lying.
I mean, fair.
No, I'm. Give me a minute here to look through my book here. I gotta
This
make
is
sure.
retardation.
Oh, very much so.
Yes, roll your retardation skill. That is your that is your intelligence minus your wisdom.
It's
I mean, my intelligence is a 5.
roll innocence and lack of understanding.
I mean, my character's intelligence is a 5, so...
Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong fucking thing. God damn it! No wonder I can't find it. There we go. All right, what are they? Okay, and then just make sure. Ah, perfect. All right. Other book, do you have anything else to say about this? Gotta love having like 3 different things that are telling me how to run this stuff.
I must consult the fourth book for its great knowledge.
Okay, good. Yep. He whips out a pistol and just immediately shoots you.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Why did you?
A 21 will most certainly hit. He's practically standing right next to you.
Hey,
And that
look,
is a
guy who
13.
clearly set up the smoke machine. There's a smoke machine here.
Again, you're talking about context my character wouldn't know about. The firefighter could easily be looking around.
Your character has exactly as much information as we do as players in this situation.
It's already how it is. He's being shot right now.
I
This is how
know.
it's going.
Yep. So drop a point in body armor. Forget how to do that.
Yep, and subtract what's left of your stopping power.
Let's see. Stopping power is 9. So it drops to 8. So 9 minus 13. That's
4 damage.
4.
And what is your HP at now?
32.
2? I don't know what your max is.
My max is 45.
Okay. I just need to keep tabs if you guys go below half health.
I can tell you what my half health is if you want to know.
We will worry about it when we get there. You did just get shot with a pistol, not a very heavy blow, but let's roll. Let me double check your body skills here. Let's roll dancing. Let's roll. Not something for dexterity.
Evasion would be in fighting.
Yeah, but you're not avoiding the bullet. You're trying not to fall. Because you're just kind of stood up on the railing looking up. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with athletics to see if you don't fall on your ass from getting shot.
Athletics?
Yep, we'll go with athletics.
21.
Oh yeah, you stand your ground. You're pretty good. You just got shot. What do you do?
Okay, how far is he?
He's basically like 5 feet away from you. Jeez.
Alright, so he has a gun in his hand, etc. I could shoot him with my pistol, but I already have my rifle out, so...
When did you get your rifle out?
When I shot the lady earlier, I don't think I put it away.
I mean, you'd have to put it away to start climbing around.
Fair. So, I think the quickest thing would be Glock and shooting him twice.
Okay.
So, bam, and bam. Do either one of those hit?
As long as you rolled above 13, those are hits.
9 and 14 respectively. Minus whatever his stopping power is for both of those hits.
Indeed. Well, get fucked. That first bullet doesn't even hurt him.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured it's a nat 1. Well, a 9. By the way, body cam is on, so yeah. I don't think I could take my agent and send a text like, "This is what's happening," can I?
You would have to do that on your next turn.
Yeah. So I'm basically alone, surrounded by enemies.
Well, yeah, there's the 2 guys that are there. He takes 2 damage after all of that, and takes another shot at you.
Yeah, I'm using my bulletproof shield at this point.
You would have to use an action to pull that out on your next turn.
Really? That requires an action?
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff that requires actions in this. Jesus.
Mhm.
Well,
So yeah, he definitely hits you again. Oh no.
oh no.
That would be that'll be 2 nat 6s. So let us consult the damage chart.
Yeah, my character is not gonna live after this, is he?
Well, it depends. Let's just hope you don't break your legs, because then you can't run away.
Well, he would still fight, even if
Well,
he's
yeah,
like,
but you're gonna get shot in the face.
let's see, 8. So I took 11 damage that time around. Yeesh.
There we go. All right. Once you calculate your damage real quick, give me 2d6s.
I'm past seriously wounded.
Oh, how fun.
So I'm below health by 2 points. Below seriously the halfway point by 2 points. 2d6.
Yep, 2d6.
6.
That is a 6. Broken arm as
Ow!
you drop your gun. As you took a bullet just straight down, just straight through your upper arm. Just and of damage on top of that. Fun fact for
Yeah, my character's not gonna get
so
out of this alive.
just for reference, means you have a minus your future actions,
Minus what now? You
and your
cut
arm
out.
is broken. So,
You cut out. A minus what?
but now it's your turn. What would you like to try and do?
My arm's busted. The only thing I got as my saving grace is technically a live feed to the police office. So, uh, the best option would probably to be to pull out the bulletproof shield and go after my Glock again.
Yeah, as of right now, it's mostly concealed by the smoke, but you do see the sort of flash of light in the smoke. If I'll say you can take your action to use your movement after Silver's here.
Hmm?
All right.
So, Silver, what do you want to do?
As I said, um, I'm pulling out my bulletproof shield to basically give myself some more cover and AC. Because if I take any more hits, I'm gonna go down.
Okay. Your
Also,
bulletproof shield basically means you just have another layer of armor that they have to get through.
yep, basically.
So any future shots, the damage is going to reduce the armor of your shield, not your base armor.
Yeah, my base armor is like 7 right now.
Yep.
Because
Now
I
you
don't.
do still have your movement if you want to try to get out of this situation.
Yeah, I'll get out of this situation, but my Glock's definitely gonna be left behind.
Yeah, you can save your Glock or you can have a shield up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. And I'm basically
All
trying to
right.
force him upstairs. If I can.
To force him what?
Can I. As I go upstairs, I'm making sure that my shield is always pointed towards him, regardless.
Yeah, that's fine. I would assume that. You're backing up as quickly as you possibly can while he's just got his gun, just like, oh, I'm gonna shoot through this shield, motherfucker.
Yeah, I imagine that my character is like doing some like really heavy bleeding through his arm, and he is basically trying to do what he can to get out of what the. I mean, like I said, my character does have the live feed on for his thing at the
Mhm.
police department, so I could technically call for backup.
Well, let's go ahead and double check that rule
I think.
for you.
I think I have
Uh,
to use,
Lawmen can call upon help of a group based on your backup rank. Uh,
which is 4.
as an action, you attempt to roll.
Yeah, I'll have to do
So
that
you
on
would
my
have to do
next
that.
turn.
Exactly. But for now, you are backing up the staircase. Aku, what is your move?
Uh, I'm gonna get in position to watch the staircase and the door the firefighter went inside, and hold my gun.
Right. I did mean literally what is your move stat, not what you were doing.
Ah, my move stat. I want to say it was 6, but
It
it
was
could be
6.
wrong. It's 6.
My move stat is a 5,
Or-
if that helps, GM.
So, for the sake of let's get everything straight, Aku, you start your turn right there in the door frame,
Uh,
and
Not there
you
yet.
are you're literally right there. You're at the top of the staircase with your move,
Yeah, my back
and the
is towards him
firefighter
because
is
I don't realize that he's there.
yes. So Aku, you can use your move. You can use an action to sprint if you want to get that much closer. Uh,
I mean,
you can also hold your action if you want to try to do that.
you see my arm literally bleeding. So
Which room is it that the firefighter went inside?
It would most, I believe, this one, this middle one here. So I'll even we will throw him on in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That way I got view on the door as well as what's going on down there.
All right. And
As I
did you want
hold
to do
my gun
anything for
up
your?
and hold my action to fire upon one of the firefighters.
Okay. Well, now that we have quite a few people on the list here, let's go ahead and have y'all roll your initiatives.
Which, when I was hearing the gunfire, I did state I put on the hood. So I got the
Yeah.
face
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, at this point, I'm walking back towards the building.
yeah,
Okay.
because random
You hear
gunshots going
gunfire
off in the
inside.
building is not. Oh,
If you want to go ahead and throw your token down, I would say if you sprint during your next action,
oh!
that will let you get to the building,
I found a
and then your
thing.
next turn you'll be inside. Got a thing.
No, I said I found a thing.
Oh, it lets you roll for critical. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you have to click on your character token.
I'm willing to sprint if I see no firefighters in the street.
That's actually kind of cool.
There are none.
I like that.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll sprint towards the building then.
Okay, so
Which side is the front door?
you'll
Wait.
be right there.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your initiative.
Yep.
Basically, not your turn that is coming up, but your next turn is when you will be standing right there.
Got it.
All right. So is everyone's turn order in?
I'm just waiting for Ava's.
Yep. Roll. There we go.
All right. So Ava would go first, just based on reflex.
So, Jackie, you got your shield held up. You got one broken arm. You got a firefighter with his gun pointed at you.
I am backing the hell up. With my character sprint, I don't have my pistol, so I can't really fire a gun. I mean, I could try firing
Well,
an assault
even if you
rifle.
had your pistol, you only have one arm, so you'd have to throw your shield down to use your gun.
That too.
Basically, right now, you really can't do anything if you want to keep that shield up.
Yeah. I'm still. Mm, I'm gonna use an action to dash back, so I get to there. And I don't know about this guy in here, so.
Yeah, you have no idea about him. But there you are. All right. Then Ava, you are basically in front of the building. By your next turn, you'll be able to walk in.
Mm-hmm.
And Aku, you're technically up again because these security officers suck.
Actually, Rue,
What's
can
that?
I run to that side entrance instead? The fire escape?
Wouldn't that be further though?
It will take longer to do that because then you have to run around the building and to the side of the building.
Okay.
So if you want to
Then.
take your next turn to get in there from a different perspective, you can.
Hmm.
But it basically means you'll lose another turn.
Where's the entrance? It's where Aku's standing, right?
It's
You're
where your
standing.
token's sitting right now.
No, the fire escape entrance.
The fire escape entrance is over here.
Basically.
Okay, it's over
Yeah.
there. Doesn't get me in that much more of an advantage position.
Other than some cover.
Yeah. I'll run to the front.
Okay. Then Aku, you are up again.
Wait, is the firefighter? Oh wait, never mind.
Do you mean to be muted, Aku?
Hello, officer. How may I help you as you're out walking by?
Mm-hmm.
Not really in the mood of talking right now.
And for reference, Jackie, you don't know this is Aku. He is wearing his
I know,
mask
I
hoodie.
know. That's why my character says, not really in the mood of talking. Unless you can fix an arm.
Nah, bro. Gotta find someone else to fix that one.
Yeah.
But be careful to your left here.
There's another one in here, isn't there? Shit. And me without a gun.
Glad you're not questioning any of this, as I'm also recording it, you. And that's my turn, as I'm holding my action to fire upon firefighter.
Okay. See. Then our buddy here is gonna come on over and he will open the door here. Where'd my glass of water go? But as he opens the door and sort of steps out, is that the firefighter you take your shot at?
As I said, anything.
All right, and go ahead and roll.
And it's only one shot, not two, right?
It depends on the rate of fire of your gun.
All right, then 14 and a 13.
All right, and I believe he is within 6. Yep. So those will both hit. This guy has not been shot at yet. And they start at 14. Oh, they start at 13. Okay. Oops.
Well, at least I have an interesting name for this episode. Fire Team.
All right, so, ooh. All right, our firefighter gets critically injured.
Ah! Someone else is in my suffering.
As Aku, your quick shot, bang, right through his arm. God damn it!
Oh, yeah.
As he
Oh, I
opens the
got double
door,
six.
Yep.
it has to be double 6 to get critical injury.
No, I just realized I did on the first shot.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Dope.
So that is 40
How much
minus
damage do assault rifles deal again?
6.
About 4d6. No, wait, 5d6.
5d6.
Yeah.
How many times can you fire them per turn?
Once.
Okay. Rue.
What is up, my good sir?
How much ammo was left in the assault rifle I stole last time?
I believe you had a full mag.
Okay, how much is that?
25 rounds.
25, got it.
Assuming it has not been fired. So anywhere between 25 and 23, because I think it was only fired twice. Speaking of which, oh crap, my pistol only had one bullet left in the mag. I mean, I can't reload it because it's downstairs.
Alright, but this guy is gonna stay where he is. He has his one arm broken. Thankfully, he's still got one as he pulls out a pistol. But he spent his action getting the door open and shit, and he's just hanging out there. Our other guy, he's gonna make his way up the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Give me just a moment. Now I have to look something up. All right, so our security officer, he comes on up. He has his pistol at the ready. It looks like Jackie is 20 meters away, and he's just gonna go for same old story with a 19. He misses. And as he misses his shot, he goes and see him sort of tilt his head over to this little radio hanging from the side of his vest as he presses the button. We got some trouble on the first floor. Make your way down here.
Reinforcements, of course. Okay.
But with that, Jackie, you're up.
Yep. I can hold this shield and fire back, but I can't get into cover by the fire escape, which is, I believe, only 10 meters away from me.
Yeah, because it's basically this hallway right here.
I'll go there, and I'm gonna
All right.
use my rifle downrange on this firefighter.
You will not, because you have a broken arm.
Oh, right. I don't have a second arm to aim. Shit.
Yeah, you can't use assault rifle with one hand.
Well, technically, if I went prone, I could use a rifle. I just want to be accurate.
It's the
Is a
way the system
rifle
works.
shoulder arms or heavy weapons?
It's shoulder arms.
Shoulder.
I got nothing. Literally, I got nothing. Other than maybe some road flares, so I could try to blind him.
You can always just run up and punch him in the face.
I'm good back here.
Do
Jackie
the
is
Call of Duty
good
move.
over
Just
here.
charge someone with the riot shield and just go pop.
I mean, I could have just had the riot shield wedged in there so this guy can't fire. But I believe that requires an action, and I've already used all my movement.
I mean, the riot shield is small enough it can fit through most doorways, so wedging it's not gonna be very effective.
No, but I could basically lock him in there.
I mean, that is your call if you want to try to do that. That just sounds like a real easy way to lose a riot shield to me.
I'm going to... I'm going to use one of my road flares, and I'm going to try to blind this guy.
Please don't.
I mean,
I'm right next to this area.
I mean, road flares are
That
bright
right.
and all, but you're not in the dark. It's not. I will make the argument you can certainly take the road flare, and if you want to go like jam it into his face, you can try to blind him like that. But just like from around the corner, tossing it on the floor, it's not going to do anything.
Fair enough.
Well, technically, that's smoke.
What would that roll even be if I went to try to do that?
Throwing shit has a roll.
No, not the drone shit. The watching the road flare in someone's face.
Uh,
Of some
probably
sort.
be. I'd either call it brawling or melee weapon.
May I try it as I walk past?
If you wanted to, you'd have to drop your shield.
That's fine.
Keep in mind, you can't pick it up till it's your next turn.
I'll grab it next turn. So melee weapon
Okay.
or brawling?
Let's go with we'll go with brawling.
All right. 19. And I say, "Here's your fire."
All right, and then he can roll his evasion. and he does not avoid it. So you've got a bright light just shining in his face. Fuck you! What are you doing? Stop that!
Well, he should be at least blinded for a round. And if he
Now
has
that does
those,
unfortunately mean you are standing in front of him holding a rope flare.
fair. But my riot shield's
Mhm.
like right at my feet, so I
Yes,
could get.
very helpful at your feet.
Yeah,
Ava.
probably should have set it up.
Is there a window, or will I have to go inside? Actually,
Uh,
wait. This door is entirely broken, isn't it?
yeah, the door's fucked up.
All right, I'm gonna peek in from the side, explicitly staying outside, like over off the map slightly, like over here.
Okay.
So that this guy has no way of seeing me, and I want to aim at the guy who just got a road flare shoved in his face and fire the assault rifle at him.
That's gonna be a tough shot.
I will say this. If you miss, you will hit Jackie instead.
Okay.
Hey, if my character dies because of an accidental shot, he's
Ah, I hit exactly. Wait, no. Okay, I'm fine. Whew.
10,
25.
17.
Yeah, I hit.
You're all good.
We're fine. We're
You're
fine.
good in the neighborhood.
Hello.
Hey, Kevin.
What's up?
Oh.
Oh, Kevin,
Thought
you're
you
just in
weren't
time for
joining,
another
boy.
bloodbath.
I didn't realize I'd be able to get to you. Just thought I wouldn't be able to go at all. Whatever. Grammar.
Oh wow, they're on the 3rd floor? Sheesh. They're gonna be a while.
I do not have access to a computer though.
Oh, this is sad.
Yeah.
You can't get on Roll20 on your phone?
I don't think there's an app any longer.
I mean, if there's not an app, you can always just like open your whatever your internet browser is.
Oh no, it will legit just won't allow it on your phone.
Yeah, well.
It's weird. I know it's worked for me. I'm not sure what kind of phone you have.
It's
Yeah,
maybe Apple.
Oh, I'm on the still have the app. Weird.
Mhm.
They didn't have the app for like a hot minute.
Well, hey, if you are able to get into the session at all, you give it your best shot. But otherwise,
Just
let's keep
sit back and enjoy.
keep on keep on shooting people. Aku, you're up. You just saw an assault rifle get shot from behind you into this dude, as he just goes, "Ah, motherfucker!"
Yeah, I think the next
Cool.
action I need to do is calling for backup.
I'm explicitly not inside the building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're
In
behind
fact,
cover.
Aku probably can't see me either. I'm in the square, but off the map. In the to the left.
Yeah, basically, you're in a position where you can't be targeted right now.
I don't care about targeted. I don't want to get seen. If that guy didn't have a road flare in his face, I might not have helped at all.
Let me just try something real quick.
Shoot the
No,
man
what
with
the
the
fuck?
flare in the face.
Alright. It's giving me access to my character sheet, but that's about it.
That's fine. You
The
can make
fuck, you're
rolls
not.
from there.
That's weird because you're not in. I don't see him in the game.
Oh, yeah. I
Kind of
so
cool.
I'm trying to see if I could actually see the attack. I
I
kinda
rolled
could.
17 twice.
Look at it.
It's not quite rolling it right because it's not programmed.
Is it?
Oh yeah, one thing I should mention about, or I don't think I mentioned it, but Oh, if you do have the Roll20 app, it only works for D&D products at the moment.
It works for Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I've looked into it, and that's the only one it seems to be working for at the moment.
Anyway, I shot the man.
Yep.
Alright.
And unfortunately, his armor takes the brunt of that blow as you just watch it it grazes one of his armor, one of the armor plates under his fireman jacket.
Well, it seems like it's only my weapons.
Damn,
my
both shot.
weapons.
I rolled low.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
I mean, you still reduced his armor.
yes, you do always. So long as you hit, you do reduce the armor.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So with our security officer, he's got a road flare in his face, and he is now below half health. So he has a -2 to all of his actions, and I'm gonna say he also has a minus. He has a -2 on top of that because he can't fucking see.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna stand here doing nothing. He's just gonna kind of be blindly shoot his gun just straight in front of him with a -4 to his roll. That is a 10, so he misses you, Jackie.
Yep. I imagine that he's pointed it towards the floor in front of my feet.
I mean, blinded doesn't mean stupid, okay? You can tell when you're pointing it at the floor.
he can aim forward. Basically, he's trying to aim forward, and also he's pretty injured, so he's real wobbly and can't see. So he just kind of pulls the trigger when he hopes he lines up, and it whizzes past your side.
Yeah, I don't say anything.
Unfortunately for you, the other officer is not so deterred.
Yeah, he
1,
sees
2,
me
3,
full
4,
well.
5.
Fucking
He
up
knows
with
full
his
well,
friend.
and you don't have your riot shield anymore, so bang. And that
Yep.
19 will hit for 8 damage. Oof,
I only take one.
not a good roll. Hey. And with that,
More rolls like
our,
that, and I should survive this, but
our other security officers are on their way.
yeah, they're probably gonna be here next round.
We gotta take the fucking. That smoke device secondary function has to do something with actually lighting the building on fire or something.
Or a big ol' explosive.
Yep. We gotta get it out of the building. That's my current goal.
Yep. Alright. Oh, it's my turn?
Yep, you're up, Jackie.
Okay. Not knowing our odds, I'm assuming I only saw the 2 firefighters upstairs, etc.
You can remember you have seen 2 firefighters make their way upstairs.
Mhm.
There's the one firefighter that led you down here, and now there's the one you're shoving a flare into his face.
So there's a.
With...
As far as my character knows, there's a total of 4, maybe 5. So, knowing that we're out, knowing that we're don't have as many people, I call for backup.
Okay. Let's.
And I say, you boys messed with the wrong police officer.
And now the one who can't see aims his gun right at you.
What do I roll?
All right. I attempt to roll equal. All right, roll a d10. You have to roll equal to or lower your rank, which I believe is 4.
Yep. So, here we go. Hup.
Mhm.
I rolled a 2.
There we go. You bust open your agent. You call up some of your buddies you think might be on patrol today. They pick up. Hey, Jackie, what's up?
Not a whole lot of time. Being shot at. Need backup immediately.
Oh shit, man. All right, we're on our way. And
Bleeding out.
Also, wouldn't be a bad idea to give me a clear shot without the risk of hitting you.
Oh, and you got lucky, as they say. All right, we're actually right by your address. We'll be there as soon as we can. They
Yep.
will be here next round.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I'm gonna move away about 10 feet. I know I know I left my shield and still have my flare. As I go, you messed with the wrong officer today.
You're dying.
Oh, I'm not on the brink of death, but I think
All right,
Jackie would be making it seem a little bit of a drama queen. Also, his arm basically got more. His shoulder.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call him a drama queen. His arm got shot off.
I mean, it's not shot off. It's just that
That's
my
not
bone's
off.
no longer connected.
Your bones are just broken, maybe gone.
Yeah, he's
All
definitely
right,
going.
Jackie, for the sake of convenience, I am throwing up a character sheet for your backup. If you can go ahead pop open your rules. The only thing you need to put in is their 25 HP, their move and body stat.
Oh,
They're wearing Kevlar armor and both have heavy pistols. You will have 4 of them arriving.
holy shit.
Yeah. So
All
yeah,
right.
you are currently rank 4, so just fill those little bits of information on the backup for me.
So,
And as soon as the end of this round comes up, they're going to be hopping out their car and coming into the building.
20, 25, or 20. Oh, sorry.
Their HP is 25. Oh, right. I need to actually click on
It
because
says
these
here
guys are
on my
going
roll
to.
ability that backup rank 1 and 2 is. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. I'm just being stupid.
Yeah, you are. Need to adjust that. There we go. NPC. Perfect. Yeah, you are rank 3 and 4. So
Where do I put the combat number?
the combat power doesn't matter. Just worry about their equipment stuff. Ava, you're up again.
All right. Now that I'm not gonna shoot Jackie, I'm gonna shoot him again. I mean, I guess it didn't really stop me the first time.
I mean, you had a shot to kill me, so.
Oh, I missed.
Now you shot Jackie. No.
Well, it's a good thing you moved.
Yeah.
And I shoot and a miss. I assume you're ducking back behind cover.
Uh-huh.
All right. Then Aku, you're up.
Says their move
Putting
is 5 and their body is 5. They are local beat cops.
Well, best choice probably is to shoot that man one more time, missing the second time.
The guy in the apartment.
Oh, I got double sixes again. The guy I was shooting at last time.
All right. So,
And I got double sixes again.
all right, let's just make sure. Then 12. Unfortunately, that first shot misses.
The first one?
Mm-hmm. And
The first
he's
one's
12
13.
meters away. Yeah, but you're 12 meters away from him. You needed to roll at least a 15.
Thought it was closer for a second.
This is why we have rulers, my friend. And the second one misses.
Yeah, other than that, which one was the... This was the exit outward, right?
Yes, that is the fire escape exit.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Which I do realize that fire exit makes almost no sense because it's right next to the front door. But no one said this building was well made.
Got it off eBay.
I got a building off of eBay.
In the
I got
future,
it off
eBay
The
owns
shipping was a
stores.
steal. They just dropped it off.
Oh, now I have that mental image.
Future Amazon is amazing.
I think this is correct.
All right. Our other security officer. You guys hear him curse as he goes, "Ah, fuck this," as he runs back into the apartment building.
There's bars on the windows on the first floor, isn't there?
There
He can't
are.
leave the room, but he's hiding in
I peer through the window and I shoot him.
it.
You got to get into the alleyway first.
Yep.
As for our other security officer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, Jackie.
Yeah, I know. I'm being shot at.
No, you forgot something.
Oh, he has the body shield.
He's not quite close enough to grab the body shield, but you aren't either. So Jackie's gonna die tonight.
Actually, yeah, I am close enough. If it's right
Well,
here, I could grab it.
Right, but you can't do it until your next turn. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, which
Because
is.
it takes an action to get it.
But he moved, and now he only has that action left.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's grabbing it. I was saying you don't have it.
Yeah, but I could grab it and.
You're about to get shot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you don't have it when you need it, which is right now, because you just took 14 damage from a bullet to the chest.
Ow! More like 7. Nope, correction. More like 8. So, 1, 2, 3,
All right, but it is your turn again.
6, 7, 8.
Oh, and actually, with it being your turn, we have 2 things to do. Number 1, down the staircase comes these lovely fellows. Oh, I love there just being an initiative button. I don't have to open the sheet.
Yeah, isn't it great? I just now noticed that.
Yep. And also, as a lovely bonus, your backup has arrived.
I get 4 local beat cops.
Yep.
We've come to beat you. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, they came to beat them up. Alright, on my turn, do they get to roll
All right,
initiative?
for this. Yes.
Hello,
I-
officers?
Yeah, the officers see you with an assault rifle, essentially.
They see you with the assault. 3 of them head in, just got pistols out at the ready. I'm gonna have them all use the same initiative because they'll all do the same thing. I will be the one controlling them, but Jackie, you can offer them advice. One of the beat cops will look at you for a second, Ava. Are you one of the tenants here?
I own the building.
Even better. Catch me up to speed real quick. What's going on?
So, they pretended there was a fire, and then started shooting people.
All right.
I don't know if there is an actual fire, by the way. There might be.
Oh, there's.
Do I hear this?
Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening just a few feet away
No
from you.
fire, smoke machine, some kind of timer on it. As I walk
Well,
back over and grab
we did see
my body
smoke
shield.
pouring out of. We saw smoke pouring out of some of the windows, but let's get you guys to safety. All right.
Yeah, I walk over to my shield and I pick it back up.
All right.
Yeah, because if I take one more serious hit, I'm gonna go
hmm
down. Speaking of which, since I'm back here, do I see the guy?
You can look. You see the guy. He appears to be in the apartment building, and he appears to be crouched down by the window, clearly messing with something.
You know, you're worse at stealth than I
I
am.
paid good money for those bars, okay?
I wouldn't say he's messing with the bars. He's basically like below where the bars are, messing with something.
He's trying to loosen the bar so that he could get out.
All right, Aku, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to prove that you're both wrong, and I'm going to go over to the window of that room and peer in with the video camera as high as I can. What is he messing with?
It is a little difficult to get an exact angle of what it
It's
is
all-
he's messing with because it is literally right under the window. But you can tell he seems to be like pressing buttons on something. You can even hear the beep, beep,
Bomb.
beep, beep.
I mean,
My
that's what
God,
I
Ross.
assumed it was. I said I paid good money for those bars because I was assuming he was about to blow them up.
Okay. And I figured this was the whole center and everything. Do I know how thin these walls are? Like, we talking concrete, cement, wood, plaster?
These are probably
Yeah,
concrete or brick, since you're outside.
the like inside the building, the walls can be fairly thin from room to room, but the outside of the building, it's pretty thick ass concrete because there's regular drive-bys. You really don't want the bullets just go through the whole building.
Just making sure on that one, so I have to aim through the window.
Yeah, so you would have to aim through the window if you wanted to take a shot at him.
Is that a disadvantage or no?
There's no disadvantage for range stuff.
You just gotta make sure that you hit.
Shooting. It's so weird to think that.
Yeah, no advantage, no disadvantage in this game. With you being that close, I can grant you some benefit. Since you're basically just point blank range, I would I would honestly let you, if you want to target his head, I will give you only half the penalty for aiming at his head.
Wait,
I can only aim at his head if I have a single shot round, right? Yeah, I
Do
can.
I remember. I actually remember that being discussed in the.
Because I asked about that in the past.
Yeah. I think one of us asked about that, and then you said no, we couldn't do that.
At a maximum of 1 rate of fire, you can aim a single ranged or melee by taking action.
Yeah. So could not. Just gotta shoot the motherfucker.
Yep.
Which I get one shot, maybe.
I think these guys have a.
The 13 will definitely hit.
Yep.
I'm going to basically say that 13 manages to hit him, basically bounces off his, or well, it doesn't bounce off his helmet. It hits him in the shoulder, and that's enough for him to react and like move out of the way of the second shot.
Yeah, just him like realizing that he's being shot at from the window.
Yeah,
Then he looks towards me, and he sees me standing in the doorway with my shield in hand. Not towards him,
Mhm.
obviously, but as I'm more
All right,
concerned about
then,
not dying.
understandably so. Ava, you're up.
I just realized we switched order somehow.
We. Oh yeah, they must have got
I
switched.
Yeah, because you're both 13, so when I had to reset the order for the security officers, I I think for the most part it doesn't matter if you two are the same.
Not really. 26.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm feeling 1, 3, 4, 5.
Fireman sees ya.
Yeah,
So
I know.
these security guards see Ava.
Oh, I can't get it below 3. Wait.
No, it
Is
means you have to
18
beat
meters
a
from you.
13 in order to hit.
Yeah, I know. 7 to 12. Yeah, I'd have to get to 13. So instead of that,
Well, no. Keep in mind, are you going off the are you going off your weapon's range or someone else's? Because
I'm
range
looking
is
at
different
mine.
for each weapon. Okay, good.
It's 0 to 6, 7 to 12, 13 to 25. So
Mhm.
I want to improve my. Alright. What? Okay, 20. Alright, that's fine then. I can do 20. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I missed stuff.
So close yet so far. The
Not
bullet just.
great.
I love I love how this first guy he's just straight out of the Matrix, just dodging bullets like Neo after taking Jackie out just one shot at a time.
No, I'm just imagining like the whole Rambo movement where people are shooting at him but can't hit the broadside of a freaking barn.
No, he just busts out some dynamite and duct tapes it to an arrow.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, our first security officer. So Jackie, you see the officer. He whips out his gun. Oh, wait, I can. Can I do that thing? Hang on. God damn it. Looking how to do a thing because I can't remember how it works. God. Oh, wait, I think I have it in here. Book, save me. Automatic fire. You bastards, I want suppressing fire. I know it's an action. How do I do it?
I think you just say suppressing fire and who you're suppressing.
No, there is a specific way. Hang on. Suppressive fire. All right. Ah, all right. Yep, you can't do it. All right. So this guy, he is going to basically come running at you, Jackie.
Yep.
1, 2,
What's he doing?
as he unfortunately can't do suppressing fire, so instead he is going to pull out his gun as he yells at you, "Out of the way! Will you move?"
Make me, you bastard.
All right, he will.
Yeah, 6 damage. I'm down to 6 self. Ow!
So good job calling his bluff.
6 damage? You still have 10 armor?
Shield, remember?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
you picked it back up. Yep.
Yeah, Jackie might die tonight.
Yep. All right. So our other guy is going to come up to you, and we're going to do a lovely grapple check here.
Grapple?
Yep. So I believe it is his athletics against your reflex.
Reflex? Where's the reflex? Body, right? No.
I believe reflex is under fighting. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm stupid. I rolled the wrong thing. It is not athletics, it is brawling I have to roll. Well, I didn't expect to roll higher, but here we are.
Alright, so I just need to roll well.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he can't use you as a shield this.
He can't use you as a shield, but he can grab you.
Yep. I need to roll a 9 or higher.
All right, let's see that roll.
Ah,
You
damn
did
it.
not. So he used 2 squares of his movement. Or no. 3, 4, 5. As he just drags you away, he just grabs you by your. He just reaches out, grabs you by your broken arm, and just like, he's like, "Get over here, you idiot!"
Yep. Arm.
And that is when the backup comes into play.
Yep,
All right.
hostage. Guy in a apartment building, and these 2 guys towards the end of the hallway.
All right, let's pop open our backup. They have a movement of 5, correct?
Yes, they can only move 5 squares unless they dash.
Yes. Right.
How long does it take an action to switch weapons?
I believe so, yes.
Damn.
5. All right, and
I mean, the nearest target is within 12, and the other target they are grappled me with.
So he is not using you as a human shield, so these officers,
Yet.
they are just going to start unloading on the guy that is currently holding you. So officer number 1.
Oh, I don't think I entered in the skills correctly. Or
No, you did not.
or put in any
Something is
skills.
not right here.
My bad. It didn't say what I'm supposed to put in for those skills.
Hang on.
It just says combat power 10, S stopping power 7, HP 25, movement and body 5. Nothing else. That's not a whole lot of information to go off on.
All right, we're gonna take a wild guess. Say combat power means that their handgun skill here is going to be at a 10. All right, let's try that one more time.
It's still giving you the minus reflex.
Well, yeah, because they don't have any bonuses to reflex, but they have their +10 in handguns. That's the best I got from them, unfortunately. I will have to look up any better rules later on.
Yeah, because that's not really good rules on that.
Mhm. Hang on, we can at least put it as a base 1, so that way it's now even at 1, it's like a negative, so no, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Not worried about it right this second.
Yep.
So they are all how far away again? 18. So
Yep.
they need to roll a 20 before any of them can hit. Awesome. Another guy misses. And another guy misses.
Okay. Honestly, is this guy just gone freaking Ultra Instinct?
I'm just very lucky that you called up the worst shots on the force. Pretty much all of them are just Cyril Figgis, and they all just went suppressing fire.
I just if I'm able to just basically hold the bridge of my nose, I just basically shake my head in shame.
That's hella rude. He doesn't suppress fire at the end of the series. He controls the fire.
I'm glad
I
someone
need
knew
to continue that.
I have not seen that.
I highly recommend watching Archer. It's hysterical. Anyway, now for the security officers.
Or at least the ones
As
that are
they come
towards.
downstairs,
Yep.
yeah, the ones that are at the staircase, uh, they go ahead and pull the assault rifles off their backs.
Yep.
And who I probably should have decided who they're shooting at. Are they range to shoot at that?
Yeah,
They should be able
They
to.
absolutely are.
that's
Yep,
ideal.
so they're going
Range.
to start killing the backup.
I mean,
Stopping power of 7 and 25 HP.
yeah, there's gonna be a few dead officers. Me probably
So,
along with them. Well, on the bright side, they only get one shot, so.
hmm.
Oof.
And the other, yeah, one of our officers is already down to half health. Now for the other shot.
Uh-oh. Double sixes.
Well, here's the problem. Even if he's critically injured, the officer doesn't live long enough to feel it.
Do
One
they
guy's
not
chest
have
blown.
armor?
Next,
No, they have armor. They
they
just got
do.
7.
They have 7 armor
Ugh.
and 25 health.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And these fuckers both rolled 20s.
And basically, they focused on one guy and killed him.
Yep.
Jeremy, no! He was 2 days for retirement! You bastards! No. You killed Kenny! You bastards!
As the two of them just hope you fuckers got good life insurance policies. All right, Jackie, you're up. You're grappled.
Yeah, I believe I need to make a brawl check in order to get out.
Yes, brawling versus his.
Yep. So, rolling my brawling.
Hey, you got out of it.
Get off of me! as I bash him with my shield a little bit, I imagine.
Yeah, you're just gonna get out. All right, that does take your action, but you still got your movement.
Yeah, I'm moving away from the fucker.
That's a good idea.
And I'm basically gonna try to help my fellow police officers by acting as their riot shield.
Okay.
I mean, I should probably evac, considering I'm damn near dead.
Hey, if you want to be the next target, you can be the next target. I'm not going to complain. Aku, you're up.
Okay, I think I know what to do on my
Second one
bedside shift.
hits.
I assume we're shooting the guy in the apartment building here.
Only one I can see.
Yep. And yep, that 15 will hit. 14 minus 9. This fella's having a real great time.
Yeah.
Another shot to the back, just like, God damn these fucking bastards. Just the exact opposite of his buddy over here.
Yeah,
And I'm
he's
walking
like
this way.
he is like suffering so badly.
That's my turn.
Rue, what is the penalty for aiming for the head?
It is a -8.
-8.
Yeah, I have an
We're
assault.
rolling.
Oh wait, can I hand one of the officers my assault rifle?
It would have to be on your turn.
We're
Well,
rolling
yeah,
a D.
obviously. Well, we're
It's
basically
D10 plus your skill, right, to hit.
Uh, Honestly, I would just say roll your weapon attack, and we can subtract 8 if you're wanting to aim for the head.
I know, but I have to calculate if it will work first. Like if
It
it's
is.
possible. So it's -8.
It is
A D10.
a D10 -8 plus your reflex plus the associated skill with your assault rifle is shoulder gun or shoulder arms or whatever it's called exactly. And
Here,
headshots automatically do double damage if you hit.
Okay. Let's see. So it's my reflex plus my skill. You sure about that?
yes.
I think it's already added in. So 13 -8.
I mean, we can literally scroll up to the last time you shot.
Oh wait, it's an action to switch weapons. Fuck.
Yeah, if you wanted to switch to your pistol, it would be an action. If you want to just keep firing with your assault rifle.
Damn. What if I drop the assault rifle instead of switching?
I'll allow it, but that just means if you want to switch to the assault rifle, it's an action.
Alright.
And I threw it on the ground. Oh shit!
I'm gonna run up.
It accidentally discharged.
You're looking pretty rough, buddy. I'm gonna aim for his head.
All right.
Right, I need to hit a 13. 20 -8, 12. Fuck. Damn. So
You were
close.
close.
I mean, I gave this ruling before, so I will give it again. You're standing point blank range. I will reduce that negative to half. So it is
So
a
it's -4. So
he
you
takes
hit.
30 damage.
Yep, so you quite literally blow his head off.
Bit violent, aren't we? Oh god. Is this what dying feels like?
And I'm going to
I hate
slip
it.
over his body into this room into cover.
All right. So as soon as you go ahead and get into cover in the room, go ahead and give me a perception check.
That's under awareness. Yep. 19.
As you look across the room, just below the window frame, you see one of those little smoke emitters, although it is now spewing out much less smoke as you see the timer quickly ticking down.
What is it on?
It currently has 10 or has 20 minutes left on it.
Okay. Whew. Not an immediate issue.
I mean, he was probably still setting it up, so.
It was set, but he was also hoping, I have to get out of here. And there's a wall of cops in our way right now, so.
All right. Sounds good.
With that, our dead officer is dead. Our living officer is pissed.
You mean security guard?
I mean, they're technically firemen, but their thing says security officer, so it's whatever the fuck I say they are, as he's gonna shoot Ava in the back.
Ow.
Yeah.
That 14 will hit with 11 damage.
How do you recover armor points or stopping power? Is that not recoverable or?
You basically have to go somewhere to get it repaired or have someone who can repair it,
Ah, got it.
which none of you have the repairing skill, so.
Or the equipment to properly repair it.
Exactly. So that guy over there is DE dead.
Hey,
1, 2,
wanna nomad know how to fix
3,
things?
4, 5.
Oh shit! I
You
forgot
know
you
how
were
to
here.
fix vehicles.
Hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, the player that would be able to repair equipment, guns, etc., that would be the tech class.
I don't think anyone here chose tech, did they?
Nope.
Ah, fuck.
You don't need that.
So
Repair it.
now
Or
our lawmen are
hiring.
within 4. So now all they got to do is roll a 13 that they can't fucking do.
Jesus H Christ. These are the shittiest ass lawmen I've ever seen. They got here broadside of a freaking bar.
Suppressing fire.
That's not how suppressing fire works. Put
It's a
both of your hands on the
-7.
freaking pistol, you freaking loonies.
All right.
Both of the hands
There's
is
got
a
to be
good.
something.
Minus
There's got to
7
be
plus
some
10
better
plus
way.
4.
All right, I think we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and switch up their character sheets.
Yeah, because this is just ridiculous.
I'm guessing we have something programmed wrong.
I guess, but still. I think it's the reflex that's wrong, but I don't know.
I mean, it's clearly the
Minus
reflex. It's
7.
just the fact I don't know what the reflex would be. It's setting up NPCs is weird sometimes.
We could just say that. We could just say they roll. I don't know. Say they roll a D10 plus their skill, like so.
Mhm.
We could do it that way. And just do it like in multiples of
I'm
2.
I'm just gonna go ahead and borrow a different sheet.
You can borrow
We're gonna
my sheet
use
since I have the handgun on my character.
right, but I want it to be as close. So there we go. Security operative is just about the same stat block here. Perfect. There, these officers are getting an upgrade. Or wait, no, I can just hang on. Drag and drop, drag and drop, dropping and dragging, drag and drop. Woo.
You did it! You did it! All right.
All right, so we'll leave it to a vote. Since I have now fixed their sheet, should we go ahead and let the backup redo their turn,
I
or
say let them redo.
Yes.
all right?
I would
I'm
make
still
them
confused
redo
over the -7.
previous turns, but I think redoing this turn is fair.
Yeah.
All right, so our first officer, bang bang. Those are a little better. That first one still misses, but at least the second one hit.
With that -7, they might as well have been going for nothing but headshots.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? Don't you know on the force, headshots are nothing. So 11, 12.
You always go for the head.
Two. All right, we got another couple of 13s. So that's plus 12. Minus 10. All right, and then our last guy here.
Oh shit.
Well, at least they finally hit. That's what matters.
Yep.
All right, after all was said and done, he takes 9 damage after all of that.
He
But
shakes.
his
Yeah,
armor,
but his armor's reduced by 3.
no, his armor gets reduced for each shot.
Oh shit. That lands. So got reduced
Yeah.
by 8.
6.
6.
He had 12 before, he has 6 now. So
Oh. Oh, they're using heavy pistols, not very heavy pistols. Okay. So they do have a fire rate of 2.
Yep.
yes, heavy pistols have fire rate of 2. Very heavy pistols are 1. But now it's time for the good security officers.
The ones that are still fresh and have assault rifles.
Yep, fresh with assault rifles. All right. And they're going to aim at the backup yet again.
I mean, they're the biggest
And
threat,
we're just
right?
going to go ahead and roll.
Poor Steve.
All right, Steven, he has 25 health here and 7 stopping power.
So
10
Our
damage.
first shot is a hit. That's 22. So 22 minus 7. That
10
one is
on
also a
the
hit.
10
10
damage,
damage,
on the next one.
Yeah.
In total.
And he does exactly Steven's health.
Shit.
Poor Steve.
He's dead.
Should I just call
Damn
more
it,
backup at
Steven.
this point?
Hey, fuck you, man. We're trying.
Hey, can
Budget
you
cut.
send
What do you want from us?
different guys?
Okay. At this point, we need to switch up tactics. Okay. I can't draw my shield. That would count as an action, and I need to get. I can't fire my rifle because that requires two hands. Those guys are gonna keep firing at us. If these boys ain't gonna last more than another 2 rounds at best. So I'll say, quickly. All right, one of you take my rifle, one of you take my shield. Line up in a straight line and fire on those bastards. Who takes my rifle? Who takes my shield?
I'll just go ahead and move them like this.
Yeah, that should at least give them a little bit more armor.
Right. And then what's left over on your shield at this point?
9 points, I think. Yeah, 9.
Alright. So then this fella has 16 stopping power, or correction, what am I doing? I don't know how math works.
He
9
has
plus his 7.
he has about, let's see, 14.
Oh, that would be
About
16. What
15.
am I doing?
About 15 to 16. Somewhere around that area.
Yep.
Alright, I'm
Alright, are
assuming
you
that
going to use
require.
your movement?
Does that take my action?
Yes, that takes your action.
Alright, I'm gonna move back. And I'm gonna say, assault rifle, focus on the guys on the back. You with the shield, focus on the guy that's harming the tenant.
Roger, Jackie. And with that, Aku, you're up.
Shit.
And this is how everybody dies.
Could I have received one of their pistols?
Uh, the backups, I'll say you pick. I'll go ahead and say you picked up one of their Glocks. Yeah.
Alright. Now I get back into the fight, but I'm gonna try to stay out of the fight as much as possible because I'm down to 6.
Cool. Quick question. One, if I shoot, I cannot move. Am I right? After already moving.
Um, it matters if you have movement left.
Okay, so I can still move if I have movement left. Got it.
Yeah, you can move, shoot, move if you want.
And secondly, can I shoot the man right here, where I am?
From where you're standing, he would technically be in cover, so you'd have to have enough movement to be able to move out.
I do, but I don't have enough to go back in, so
It'll be fine.
I don't have very much. I don't want to get shot for the first time.
Yeah, the
Shot a
only
few
person
times.
that hasn't been shot.
I know this entire time. He's
I will make
practically
a
not even
note.
been in combat.
Yeah, I will make a no-hit run, motherfuckers. You took that away from me the first time with the one-shot with Nesky. Hitting me with that door. So I can't blind fire you. Yeah, I'm gonna record these cops. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna record
All right.
cops.
The cops have taken
Not
up a
so much me.
Spartan position, just
And I'm gonna hold my action if I see a firefighter to shoot one.
all right. And Ava, you're up.
What type of bomb does that seem to be?
Let me see if you need to roll. 'Cause I know. Who is that? They are C. Well, it's called C9 in this universe, but they're C4 plastic
Seemed.
explosives.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. We got C9 to blow up the building.
Okay. Definitely calling the bomb squad again.
Well, they call the bomb squad again. At this point, they're just be like, "All right, what the fuck's the deal, man?"
How much would this guy know about C4?
Ava.
Yeah, Ava, this guy.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about the guy right here.
Well, considering that we saw one of them saying, "No, I would imagine at least enough to set it up and, you know."
What? Just glancing at the controls, do I feel like I'd be able to do anything with that bomb?
You are not trained with diffusing it, but you don't think you're going to
I'm
set
not
it off if you try.
I'm not suggesting I defuse it.
All right, what do you mean by do anything with it?
Make it go off faster.
Well, you can see it has like a keypad to enter in some sort of code. You can go over and just start messing with that and see what happens.
All right, you know what? I'll play a bluff. I walk over and I'll pull it off the wall if it comes off freely.
No. How sticky is C4?
Usually not that bad. I mean, it sticks, but I imagine you can pull it off.
I would say
Yeah.
that. I would say that would take an action, but
Yeah, I'll say it will take the majority of your action. You can still like say something,
That's fine.
but
I walk back towards this guy and I reach in my pocket and I pull out my lighter for my cigarettes and hold it under the bomb. Back off.
All right, the guy looks at you. I don't think that's how that works.
Okay, he's aware.
Also, those charges are enough to like blow off the side of the building, so you're gonna kill us all if you do that.
Oh, but I'm gonna die anyway if you shoot me again, so back off.
You see his eyes kind of squint. Go ahead and give me an intimidation roll. I believe it is under the social skill.
Intimidation. I am not seeing intimidation.
Was there not?
Bribery, interrogation, streetwise conversation, persuasion, trading.
Oh
Human
yeah, there isn't an. Nah, it'd be persuasion. That's my bad.
No problem. I'll blow. Let's do. You know what? Fuck it. All 7 luck.
All right. He takes a good look at you, squints his eyes. Fuck it. He's gonna use his action. He's gonna just start booking it.
Uh,
1, 2, 3,
so he's
4,
running out.
8, 9, 10. Yep, he's getting the fuck out of here.
Fire can't set off C4 anyway.
What way was he running?
Towards the front door. So he would have
Then I
came
would have shot
past
him.
you.
Yep, you can go ahead and take your shot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So he runs past the fire exit, gets shot twice. And assuming that doesn't drop him, I can drop him
Yes.
the next round. Maybe.
All right, 14 will hit, 16 will hit. So that's 10 minus 6, so 4.
Wow, he had a lot of armor. He had 12 armor. Damn.
Yeah.
They started with 14.
Damn.
And those two are still fresh, so they still have 14.
So he gets slowed down just a little bit, but he's still making his booking it the fuck out of here action.
That's fine.
All right.
How
You
does he...
see?
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
What were you saying?
No. So you see these two officers, and you see them look towards each other, and they kind of whisper something to each other. And one of them goes back over into the stairwell.
What's there? Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean.
So this one ran back into the stairwell. This one is
Well, hold on.
gonna go ahead
Didn't
and
these
start
two
shooting at our
officers
officers.
had a turn?
Who, the backup?
Yeah, the backup. You skipped the backup entirely.
Did I?
You
Oh,
did.
I did. That is my bad.
So,
Oh, give me just a moment then. Our
so
backup boys here. We have an assault rifle attack.
Mhm.
Oh shit! They learned how to shoot real quick.
yeah, after my character just basically
He has no idea how to shoot a pistol, but a rifle he can fucking.
He will destroy with.
Too bad they're wearing double sixes on that one. What about
Alright,
the
assault
pistol
rifle.
operator? The only legitimate target he would have is over here. Or if he pushes forward, he could be within a long
Well,
range with the pistol, but
yeah, as far as they can tell, this guy, he is fleeing the scene, and at this point, getting rid of these guys is far more important than, catching them. So,
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They will move up a little bit. Our guy in
Actually,
front.
oh, okay. I was about to say for the assault rifle, it's better to be.
Yeah, I was about to say, with the rifle, it's better to be further back, so you might want to keep him where he was at.
Yeah, but our heavy pistol guy wants to take his shot, so.
Fair enough.
And with 19, looks like the 19 will hit.
A 13 doesn't
No,
hit?
no, it will not. Nope, 19 does not hit.
Oh. That would have been
As the guy holding the pistol is just like, damn it, this is why I'm 3 days away from retirement.
Oh, he's about to die.
Hey, on the bright side, at least you get to see your grandkids on Saturday.
Oh yeah, looking forward to that trip. And on that note, let's bust out some assault rifles real quick.
On that note, let's kill Grandpa.
I mean, Grandpa has the
19
shield,
will
so
hit. 20.
I believe he has 16 stopping power.
Well, it doesn't add up that way. He has 9 stopping power plus his 7 stopping power.
Yeah.
So it is reduced by 9, and then once the 9 runs out, then it's reduced by so on and so forth.
Gotcha. Yeah, my character forgot his shield in the first battle. And his armor got fucked up pretty bad.
But hey, the backup finally survived a round. All right, Jackie, you're up.
This guy's pretty close to me. So I could try to wrangle him and cuff him.
If you want to try to arrest someone with a broken arm, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna shoot the guy, the bastard. Oh wait, this is the guy that broke my arm in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
This is the
time
perfect
for
time for
sweet
vengeance.
revenge. So, bam, bam.
No double sixes, but those are hits.
15 and 10 minus whatever armor class for both hits, or stopping power for both hits.
Ooh.
As I use the pistol, level it as best as I can, and
He only has 4 stopping power left.
they only had 4
Mhm.
stopping power left.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after that, this guy, he is just bleeding. There's just bullet holes in his back. He's just profusely spewing out blood as he's
So,
just, ah, ah.
son, I suggest you put your hands in the air and drop your ass to the ground. Otherwise, the next one's gonna go for your goddamn head.
You see, there's conflicting orders there, because he thinks the room's about to explode.
My character probably wasn't focusing on that.
All right, Aku, you're up. Want to steal a kill real quick?
I'll let the other one try before me, because I got a couple more dishes to wash. I'll be right there.
Okay, you want to go ahead and let Ava go before you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Ava, what do you want to do? Oh, wait, before you do, as you're holding the explosive, just like, wow, I'm surprised that worked. All of a sudden you hear it go beep, beep, beep. You take a look at it. It is down to 10 minutes all of a sudden.
Cool, cool. All good things, all good things.
You might want to draw that out.
I kneel down and loot the body.
Yes, because looting a body is a perfect idea.
Oh, yeah, it's a perfect opportunity.
Well, in theory, if I can defuse this, I can sell it. And I still have 10 minutes.
I don't think your character's trained in disarming explosives.
I'm not. I'll figure it out.
I don't think
There's
my
clearly a remote device that they have set to it.
All right. So this guy is wearing medium armor jack, which for his head armor, that is a stopping power of 13, although his chest plate has been brought down to 9. As well as he has the heavy pistol. He has a fake fireman's uniform on that is pretty well made. And only other thing of note is the little radio that's kind of hanging from his vest. Oh, you successfully looted the armor, or looted that stuff.
I guess that takes an action.
Oh yeah. Then with that, Aku, you're up.
I don't want to get myself in the line of fire.
I mean, I think these two are basically booking it upstairs.
Yeah, that doesn't change much. However, I'm not shooting it at that point. I'll shoot at this point. One of those hit.
I just realized this asshole added another day to my recovery.
Dude, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital.
He only did 1 damage, but it's another day before I'm back at
You're
full
fine.
HP.
You're
Dude,
fine. And then I run
think
back.
I have more room to complain than you do.
You guys are fine. It's not like you got
I mean,
injured.
whose fault is it that you got caught with the fucking...
Aku, did that first shot hit?
That was at 10 meters.
Okay, so no, but the second one did hit. And you managed to pop that bullet straight through an already open space in his armor, and
Oh yeah, what did I get off the body?
I told you, you got the medium armor jack, a headpiece which is 13 stopping power, but the body is broken down, so it's only 9. He had his heavy pistol. And then a fake fireman's uniform, as well as the little radio on his vest.
Did he not have an assault rifle?
This one did not have an assault rifle, no.
No, those would be the two that are running upstairs.
Only one of them ran to the stairs.
Well, one of them. The other one's basically holding the line.
Right. With that, our backup is ready. All right, are we ready for some suppressing fire? Suppressing fire!
How do you miss with an assault rifle?
It's amazing, because if he did, he got 3 6s.
Oh shit.
Again, how do you miss with a fucking assault rifle? Can I say that to him? How do
Oh,
you
you can yell
miss?
whatever you want at them.
How do you miss with a freaking assault rifle?
I mean, it's not that hard. Okay?
Have a
We're
lot of
not
recoil.
we're not trained for this kind of weaponry, Jack.
Fair. Ow, my arm. Oh god, the pain's catching up.
Look, you guys just get out of the building. We'll hold them off. And
There's
with
probably
that,
explosives everywhere if you could try and deal with those.
with that, Ava, you do hear the radio on your dead guy's body go off. As you hear over their intercom, so think we can run past these idiots in like 5 minutes? Probably less, but let's go with 5.
5 sounds like a good number.
All right, then with that, our guy that is still here, he is going to take his shot. Oh, that's the wrong sheet. There we go. Bang.
On the
It's
bright
actually
side,
cold
he
out.
gets to live
Yeah.
another day. Barely.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Then Jackie, you are up.
Okay, so I see these two come back down.
I mean, you saw one of them go into the stairwell, and the other one just stood guard and was shooting at you guys.
So which
You do
one's...
see the other one come out.
Alright, so he went up the stairwell and came back out.
You did not see him go up the stairwell, no.
Did it look like he planted anything?
You would have saw him go back there, but you wouldn't have been able to tell what he was doing because the stairwell is still full of smoke.
Mhm.
You just know he didn't go up the staircase.
Yeah. This means either one or two things. Either there's a bomb, or...
You're the only one that knows there is a bomb back there.
How tall is the guy we killed?
E-
Taller than you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell out to those two. Boys, I want to approach that direction. There's bomb. Fall back.
As your backup turns, bomb. You didn't say anything about bombs.
They literally. I mean, I'm pretty certain our tenant said that there was a bomb. I also saw a bomb at the basement stairwell.
Yeah, you couldn't have mentioned bomb on the fucking phone call.
I thought I did.
No, you just said you were getting shot.
You really didn't mention the bomb.
I could have sworn I said bomb, but fuck it. But still, pull back, boys. Uh, I mean, the best option, because I don't know if they set that bomb or not without looking at it, and not knowing how much time is on it, nor how big the explosive is. I mean, it could be anywhere between like a small bomb or basically a city, or at least a building-wide destroyer. Which is why I'm telling them to back off and head out. As I guess I'll go onto the street.
You're evacuating the building.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain we evac'd everyone, haven't we?
I don't know.
I don't think we did, but
I don't know. The firefighters got to the third floor.
Is there a dash action in this game?
there is.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm telling those boys to basically evac because there's possibly a bomb and it might be set.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna evac.
All right. Fucking run.
But I will try. Part of me wants to try to hold the line for the two boys and go out like a freaking good cop.
Hey, man. Blaze of glory.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not going evac. As they see me approach, and I say, "You boys get out of here." I'll try to hold them off as best I can.
What are you crazy, Jack? They got really big guns.
Maybe
You're already kind of like bleeding from everywhere.
I already got a foot in the grave.
That's kind of my point.
Well, at least let me get you some cover fire and help you back out. As I go and give my best covering fire for the 2 men as we try to evac the what's left of our tenants. Do I know how many bullets are in this gun? I'm assuming only 4 shots left. So, bam, bam.
I'll be
Do either one of those hit? The first one misses, second one hits, surprisingly.
at 20 meters. Yep, that second one is a hit. Ooh,
Double
and
sixes.
you crit him.
Come on! Fall back! Which is why I approach is basically is that I'm gonna join the line and help whoever, whatever tenants are down here, etc., pull out. Because we don't know if there's a bomb or not, nor if it's armed.
You gave him a torn muscle.
I tore his muscle. That's it.
Yeah, you that's it.
You can just. Wow, I got jacked fucked up over pretty bad then, huh?
He has a -2 to melee attacks.
Yeah, that's great. That's just peachy.
All right, Aku, what do you want to do?
I think Aku would have heard my evac orders.
Yeah, and I don't fucking know you. However, fuck no, am I shooting at this range?
Going for the fuck this plan.
I don't know what they were doing.
You would have heard my entire conversation.
No, more of what they have been doing, because I came down with seeing one of the fire or people going between 2 rooms. And secondly, I have to reload, I'm pretty sure.
I believe you have an 8 mag.
Yeah, which I believe I shot 8 times.
Aku is reloading.
That's an action, I believe, so it's my turn.
Yep. And then with that, Ava, what do you want to do?
What are
Oh,
so they're wearing these firemen's uniforms. Do they have anything else on them? Bags or anything weird?
Nothing of any particular detail.
Have the 2 running down the hallway put their assault rifles back on their backs, or are they carrying them in their arms?
They're firing.
They seem to still be carrying them.
Okay.
One thing I will note is you're still holding our lovely little plastic explosive.
I'm fully
You
aware.
do hear it. Yeah, you hear it beep again, and yep, 5-minute timer.
Yeah,
Yep.
just stroll that onto them. I gotta get them freaked out.
That's not how that works.
It's an explosive that won't attach to them, but
How much of my turn can I hold for something to happen? Can I hold my movement and my action?
You would have to be very specific of where you are going to move to.
Once they catch up to me, I'm gonna run alongside them.
Well, the idea is going for the fire escape since
Okay.
that's the closest.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. The front door will be the closest shit. Because I think you said this was a 20-meter hallway or something like that.
The Aku is in the alleyway, so you have to get there to be able to start going out the building.
Gotcha.
All right. And what will you use your action just to like be able to dash and keep up with them, or
Yep.
okay? I may as well go ahead and delete our dead officers. Our backup, our guy with the pistol is gonna take his opportunity. Holy shit, guys! I think a miracle has happened.
Oh, did it?
He hit not once,
Oh,
but twice.
holy shit!
God.
The first one literally didn't do any damage, but he hit him.
As well as the second one didn't do any damage, but he hit him.
Yeah, it reduced his armor by 2. Good job.
Way to go, boys.
What
Oh,
about the assault
and
rifle?
I forgot. They have a plan for that. 1, 2, 3. The guy with the assault rifle,
Mm-hmm.
he is tossing the gun to the ground, and he is trying to grab you and drag you with them as they try to run out the building.
I'm gonna let them.
All right, then no opposed check. They still got one more bit of movement. Boom. And they're help drag your ass out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Then our security officers here.
Also, I think we ran right past you, Ava, if you want to do your dash action.
No, they didn't.
Oh, you meant the fireman. Gotcha.
All right. Firemen have now run past you, Ava, as they're taking their dash. Just going for the nearest exit here. As you just literally hop between them, they go, "Holy fuck!"
Uh,
Did you want? Did you
Classic.
want to announce anything as you just
Nope.
run up on them?
I'm acting like I'm trying to escape the building as well.
Okay.
With a plastic explosive in your hand.
It's not in my hand. It's wrapped underneath a fireman's coat.
All right. Then they have used their turn. Jackie,
Uh,
you currently cannot use your own movement as you're being grappled.
can I help them? Can I use an action to help them to move faster?
As of right now, with you being severely injured and grappled, you have a -4 to any action you can take.
Mm-hmm.
So really, other than giving verbal commands, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
If you want to take some pot shots with your pistol, you still can.
I just tell them to book it as fast as they can.
All right. Then Aku, you are fully reloaded. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna peek down this hallway And
You
I see.
you see a fireman noticing that there's an exit right here and getting ready to come down the hallway.
Oh, cool. So like I'm turning into the hallway. I'm like, okay, reloaded. I'm all good. And I just peek up and I just see a fireman just about to run down my hallway. Uh,
Actually, Rue, is there one other thing I can do?
What was the thing you wanted to do?
I want to set a 5-minute timer on my internal agent.
Um,
I mean, it doesn't seem to be passing
yeah,
within the minutes.
I'll. I assume not 5 minutes. I assume it's whatever time is left
Whatever
on
time's left
the.
on the bomb.
All right.
I want to be fully aware of that time limit.
All right. So, Aku, you take your pot shots at the fireman here.
yes, and then I run back
All
after
right.
realizing what's going on.
That second one will hit. Will only do 1 damage. All right.
Hopefully
So
that
Ava,
deters
you
him from
have.
wandering down.
Are we still just running along with these guys or
Yeah, until they do something.
okay?
I do
Our
have
backup.
my pistol in my other hand ready to shoot if they attack me instead of running.
Our backup is just going to go ahead. They're going for dashing the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they make it out. Our firemen, they are just planning to dash out the building. Aku, are you planning to just shoot them as they run out, or do
Uh,
you want to let them keep going?
well, I wasn't holding my action, so if they run past me, I'm gonna run right behind them. Am I muted?
Nope, I
No,
heard
I
you.
heard you fine.
Okay. Because I'm not holding my action, so they're able to run past me right now.
Okay. I'm basically just trying to wrap this up in the quickest way possible.
Yeah, if they're running past me, then it's more of a signature of, oh, oh yeah, that's what they did. I'm out. No, no, no.
Yeah,
And I would run to the front to grab my bag because I left my bag at the front.
okay. For the most part, everyone starts getting out the building. The firemen start heading over to their fire truck and are getting ready to climb on into it. Although one of them does hold out his gun and point it at you guys, of like, "Stay back! This is our truck."
I shoot their tires.
No, don't shoot their tires.
Okay,
Oh, I
fine.
think I know what you're doing.
I can make a quick buck selling them new ones.
Oh no, he's gonna do something much more fun.
All right, their guy's got his gun. They're pointing at you. They're stay
As
back
they
as he starts backing up onto the truck.
as they do that, and I'm running right between them, I act like I'm afraid, and I duck to the other side of the truck, out of their sight.
Okay.
Plastic
And I want to
Say,
explosive.
stick. I want to stick the C4 to the side of the truck and then run away.
all right, I'm gonna say, give me a stealth roll, or no, a conceal object.
Okay. What is that under?
That's under awareness.
Yeah, it's conceal/reveal object. As a
Ooh.
19, you managed to stick it onto that truck. That engine, they go and they drive off, none the wiser.
Yeah. I basically nearly, just because of all the damage I took, I basically collapse. Nearly.
All
I
right,
go.
your backup guys, they're gonna drag your ass into their cop car, throw you in,
Yeah.
and they're gonna call out to Ava and Aku. They're gonna
I
go.
don't pay attention because I wait, listening to my internal timer, and at 5 seconds, I say, "Don't mess with my building."
While you're waiting, I'm just continuously just like pushing you back. I think we need to be a little further.
Yeah,
You
I'm away
guys
from the
don't want to be
building.
anywhere near that building.
Are we moving? Are we dashing away from the building?
Yes.
All right.
I'm assuming they're entering the car I got in.
They
No.
put you in the car. What do you
Ava
mean?
want
You
No,
didn't
I
yeah,
enter
meant
Ava
shit.
Ava and Aku. I'm assuming they're gonna
no.
If
woman.
they, I mean, if they want to, but I think they're just running their own direction
Fair enough.
Yeah.
because you guys went out different ways. So.
I'm scattering. Scatter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to say something very specific to Ava.
Mm-hmm.
As the explosion happens, I'm sure this means the truck and the building happens to explode, right?
I am going to double check. All right. So as your timer goes off, Ava, you hear a cutesy little jingle in your head. Do 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 do. As you just see boom happen down the road, and you hear boom boom from inside your building
Yeah.
as you see half of the walls on the east side just crumble and crack until they just completely collapse as the building just rapidly starts falling to its side, crashing into and through the next door building, almost causing that one to topple over into another pile of rubble.
And at that point, I look over at Ava. So I think the rent deal is kind of off.
It seems to be.
And I got live footage of the entire thing.
And I've been recording you as well, my friend. Your point?
Fair. But your point's from only the certain point of view. Mine would be from where I was at the entire time.
Yeah, both point of views. I get it. Point is, you don't have a clear view of my face. So.
True. Anyways, my character's probably being dragged off to the hospital.
Oh, for sure.
Probably. And that is where we will end it for the night.
Ugh.
Good job, guys. We're homeless.
Yeah, there was no time to get the rest of the C4 out of there.
Yeah!
I
I mean,
considered.
there was. You guys just didn't bother trying.
I mean, 5 minutes, I don't think a bomb squad, or we're capable
looking
enough
for
as
all
a
that.
group to disarm a bomb.
The
The thing is,
moment
you guys knew where they all were.
the moment only person, well, one person knew where they were.
Individually, you all knew.
Yeah, we all
Ava,
knew
you
where a
had
bomb
one.
was at.
Jackie knew there was one in the stairwell. And Aku saw the firemen playing in both different apartments.
Yeah, I took care of mine. You guys got to step up your game.
I knew there was a fireman coming out of one of the rooms that you went to grab, technically. The only other room I know of is the one he came out of and I jammed the lock. Your point?
My
Well,
point is, you're all homeless.
point is, we're homeless and we have no place to go.
I remember especially where that
considered-
one was.
I considered telling them about having planted the bomb and telling them to give an extension, but they wouldn't probably have given us enough time. It doesn't take long to go into the fire truck and rip off the bomb.
Well, that's
I
just
also considered letting them kidnap me, and then like midway drive back, I was gonna be like, "Oh, we might want to ask for an extension on this," and pulled out the bomb. But then I would have
That would
gotten
be a
kidnapped.
fucking. That would be some fucking ballsy move, and I would have loved to see that shit.
that would have been very ballsy. I would have loved it.
It would have been fine for you, Ava. You have friends in high places.
The problem, yeah, friends, really good allies.
And enemies, apparently.
The problem is after they got the bomb away from me, which they would definitely do, I wouldn't have any leverage anymore.
Best possible scenario: no one explodes. You are a hostage.
Yep. But I considered it because it would have been fun.
It would have been fun. But this was fun too. It's just now you're also homeless. Look, it's fine. Now I don't have to feel bad if you die because you're.
I mean,
You
Jackie.
destroyed my entire livelihood. Well, I mean, I have to have an insurance policy on that building somewhere, right?
I think they insured on
You
bombs.
you specifically check your insurance policy. Bombs, explosives are not covered. Fucking.
I mean, how do
Gas
they know?
explosions, yes.
How did they know it was an explosion? The fire
That-
department got called. It was a normal fire, right?
Yes, the fire department got called
Yes,
in
the
the
fake.
area that doesn't have emergency services.
At least I got to blow up the firemen.
Yeah.
I mean, you got them back.
Murder hobos
The
all
other
the
thing-
way.
The other thing I was gonna ask is how complicated the bomb was, because C4 is actually extremely easy to disarm if there's no secondary detonation device.
Well, it's C9, so there might be.
I
By
mean,
the way,
this
the
is already
only
over, so I
thing-
can technically spoil it. It would be you'd have to roll at least an 18 on a basic tech check.
In-
Let me see if
In
I
real
were.
life, I'm just saying that C4, all you gotta do is pull the detonator out of the.
I'm gonna. I'm just gonna
So
do a
this is
test to see if I would have been able to
C9.
disarm one bomb.
Well, this is C9. It's different.
Exactly.
Now, I will
what he
say
says.
the one problem is every time you fuck with it, or every time you try to disarm it, if you fail, it cuts the time in half.
I mean, none of us would have passed it. Unless we used luck.
I had no luck left, so I would
Oh,
have
I
had
didn't
to
use my luck.
roll. I had to roll basically.
Damn it, I should have used it for the last shot I did. I was even thinking about it.
Shit, I would have to roll 10 or higher.
Yeah, our group is pretty damn bad at using luck. We always forget, or we just blow it in one move because we know if we don't blow it in one move, we'll forget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Those are our two modes of luck usage.
I mean, to be fair, this isn't really a game system that we're all familiar with and whatnot.
Exactly.
And that's okay. We're all still having fun.
Yeah, we're just now
Still alive.
homeless.
I'm
So-
still going no hit. It's
No
So
hit
now
run.
here,
My character
now here
should've just-
becomes the question. Now
my character has to be in full recovery, I'm assuming. Blood work, etc. Hello? Guys?
always
I
does.
knew. It
The
always
moment,
Okay.
does.
the
Uh,
moment the person who knew about the bombs got engaged in combat, the bombs are gonna go off.
yeah, I got engaged in combat real damn quick.
Look, the main issue with me was I was concerned they were coming in to shoot me, not to blow up the building. So I
Yeah.
stayed far away from the building at first, which screwed over our chances of finding the bombs early.
Hmm.
Not to mention that I basically had my arm basically near shot off, and I lost my only weapon.
No, you didn't get your arm nearly shot off. Desmond got his arm shot off. You have a broken arm.
Yeah, I got a broken arm, survived, and I was on 6 health by towards the end of the entire fight. So basically, one more solid hit. If one of those riflemen focused solely on me with one of their shots, they would have took me down.
And if your backup
You'd have
didn't come when it
fine.
did, you would have died.
Oh yeah, that too.
No, he would have been fine. He could have ran while he was on no health.
As he gets shot by rifles that increase their chance to hit as he goes further away.
That too.
From 26 to 50 is the ideal range for rifles, and that's quite a far.
Well, yeah, they're mid range.
Yeah.
Anywhere between, well, in real life, anywhere between basically about 25 yards or 300 yards, depending on the rifle, etc., is usually what you want to fire at. Most people tend to fire them at like 300 yards, etc.
Oh, by the way, Jackie, the cost of your hospital bill, it will come out to just 100 euro bucks. If you have the 100, you can pay it out now, or if
I
you want to
think
start a payment plan.
I think Kevin already did pay that.
Kevin, yes, you just got there.
Yeah, I don't have $100. All I got is about maybe 30.
They'll take your 30 bucks.
I mean, and now I'm broke.
And by the end of the month, they expect at least another 30.
Well, I still am on suspension, and now I have to find a new apartment.
It seems like you're really desperate for a job.
Well, hey, if you
Yeah,
just
it's
want them
not
to
like I'm
re-break
desperate
your
for a
arm,
job. I have work. It's just I'm suspended.
You
you
want
do
to
not
commit?
have work.
You don't have work. You're suspended.
So yeah, this character is somewhat screwed over.
It's okay. Well, all
I have a lot of
you're all
stuff
probably
to
gonna die.
I mean, my
Hey, if I
character.
die, Rue, how much does C4 cost? C9.
Oh, I won't.
I honestly have no idea.
Anyways, oh boy. Long story short, we survived barely. But yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of people on the inside, and we pretty much got focused on real damn quick.
Like I said, we're all responsible for one piece of C4. You guys dropped the ball.
Yeah, you were the only. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I only had one freaking arm. What am I supposed to do? Hold a shield and try to take a bomb?
I didn't care
You,
enough.
you You literally
I
had
already
your
took my
hand
computer, my
bomb
headset,
before you started
and
fighting.
I had my hood, my computer, my
You
headset, and
you
my
did
recording
not
equipment.
have your wait. You had your computer.
I said I grabbed a bag with certain equipment.
Yeah, you can't carry your fucking computer tower, my dude.
It's not tower. It's just laptop.
Okay,
Yeah,
laptop's an actual item though. I start with one. You do not. Your laptop got blown up.
no, I'll allow it to say he had a computer in his room.
Okay.
He's a
I
media
don't even
man. He
know.
needs a proper thing for filming and everything.
True. I don't even know what the laptop does anyway.
At the end of the day, this is moreover an incredibly long one shot. So
Wait, this was
I'm
supposed to
I'm
be a
perfectly.
one shot?
Oh, were you here when I?
No, I was the only one.
So
As I claimed, I didn't know where to continue from that last time. That's why I said it. I knew.
so would you like to know the like the actual adventure,
Sure.
when it's supposed to end or how it is supposed to end?
Sure.
After the first time you guys are attacked, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought so too.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the thing about having 4 enemies, though.
Makes it really easy.
It makes it really easy to make it into
You
a
know
full.
what? Actually, when you say that the rental agreement is off, do you want to have a story?
Wait, what? Okay.
Instead of
Well,
getting rid of rent, I can give you a story about what this is all about, and you can post it. I don't care anymore.
Wait, he doesn't have to pay. What is he paying rent for?
I was about to say, what rent? There's no
No,
building.
I said now that that deal is off.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
got nothing else to do. Got nothing better to do, brah.
okay. Brah. Logan Paul. Logan Paul's the most intelligent confidant out of the group, other than the man.
So wait,
Paul again.
were we supposed to die or what?
No.
What, today or?
No, I meant in the quote unquote one shot.
No. Corvin's not part of the one shot, he's part of my backstory. The one shot was just a single attack.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
My existence created the story.
All right.
What is the purpose for the building attack in the one shot? Or do they not give any?
It is for the most part what I said of WorldSat is looking to demolish the building so they can build a radio tower.
Yeah. That's why they helped shut off our phones.
Yeah. But we fought them off, and surprisingly, had the building attack.
What?
I meant in the first, in the original adventure, before the more of the story
Was
added on.
there were the bombs supposed to be part of the original room? Or were they
So
always supposed to pretend to plant bombs?
the way the module is actually set up is there are 3 or 4 different ways that it can go. So I've kind of been, to add extra stuff, I've been mixing and matching the different parts of things.
Ah,
So
okay.
like the firefighter showing up is one, a guy calling you and start shooting you is one, the Uh,
Well, the building's destroyed, so
I
you're
mean,
not gonna
yeah,
be
not,
able to use those hooks anymore.
I mean, the
I mean,
story.
the only other one I had left was a hacking mission, which none of you are net runners, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Now it's just the revenge.
I mean, technically, we do have a setup for a finale.
Oh yeah, I've already got some. I've already got a plan for next week.
Be
I
ready
know
to me
exactly.
to sell a bunch of items and buy a bunch of plastic explosives.
Yeah, because I think we're about to go to war. Oh wait, that means I have the mechanical arm now, doesn't it?
Why would you
No.
have a mechanical arm?
I, I, I meant because they had to fix my arm or whatever.
It
The
was
only
just
one with the
broken.
Oh,
mechanical
never mind.
arm is me, okay? And that's
Your
because
arm
I
did get
lost
shot
one in
off.
session 1.
Question:
Answer.
do we get to heal up fully or no?
You heal your body each day.
So yeah, I better not be
No.
in the front lines.
I mean, we could do a time skip of prep time because I need to make some money, probably.
That too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only issue becomes y'all have to find a place to sleep.
hmm Well, I imagine my character would still have to rest up at the hospital for at least a day or so.
I've
Nope.
slept on the streets before.
Maximum amount of time in a hospital is 4 hours.
Really?
Yes. After that, you are fully recovered to whatever extent you needed to be, and they throw you on out so they can put someone else in that bed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was not kidding. They stabilize you in the first hour, they fix you in the next 3.
hmm my
Like,
character did
really good.
technically was raised on the street, so he would know where to hide, to basically lay low and stuff.
I mean, you also like you have buddies in the precinct. You can go, hey, some
You
shit
have
went down.
actual friends.
That
I need a couch to crash on for a
yeah,
few days.
he's probably gonna crash with one of his. No, wait. My quote unquote sibling.
Yeah.
If she's in town, if she lives in town, I'm assuming. I could
I don't know if they're
crash at
sibling.
her place.
Yeah, there you go.
I
I
believe
could go to I could go to Corvin and crash at his place.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's a great idea.
I'm gonna crash at Sam. I'm gonna crash at my friend Sam's place.
Hey Corvin, you blew up my hotel. Do you wanna fucking?
Anyways, I'm gonna end
I
live stream on my end and stuff.
Oh yeah.
This
Um,
this was fun.
it is very fun. It's gonna get more fun.
I mean, we're basically about to do a counter attack on the bastard that tried to kill us.
I don't know what exactly characterization you're going for with Corbin, but I have hijacked him a little bit, and I'm just going with what I've got for him.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, I hope it's okay with you, Silver. I was so worried that you wouldn't, that your
Yeah,
characterization of
Silver, you're
Corbin.
so involved with this.
Yeah, my character's not really evolved. He can just leave at any time if you really want it.
No, I meant Corbin is literally Eternity's character. It's in his backstory.
Actually,
I think Corbin was
could
fun.
we technically make my friends Sam one of those tech people that fixes armor and stuff?
No.
No.
Can we, now that my stuff is broken, can we make
I was just
her
asking.
able to fix it?
Anyways, all I wanted to do was ask. I figured it was gonna be a no, but I wanted to ask anyways.
I just thought of something.
Hmm.
So we have a nomad. He parks
Yes.
his car in the alleyway.
Oh shit, your car's blown up.
I can't
Right.
afford the
Oh,
repairs. They're like
I mean,
500.
All
it
he
right.
was
depends
also,
on which alleyway, because the building leaned one way.
and
So
you also
Kevin.
have to remember.
All right. Since you're here, Kevin, did you park your car in the east alleyway or the west alleyway?
Which one won't fuck up my
No, no, no.
car?
We're not gonna give
You
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 that.
don't
don't
get to
know
know.
that. You just
Choose
have to.
east or west.
Or did you leave during the fire call in your car?
I think I left getting a new arm.
That was
He
the
doesn't have money
first
for a new
session.
arm, but I will say he still doesn't. No, he still doesn't have a new arm. He can't afford it. But
Yeah.
But he,
I
last
I
time I
will agree
remember,
he
it
can
was,
leave.
I'm doing odd jobs to make up money for the arm.
yeah, last time I remember is he was gone at the hospital, and if he had been taken out of the situation of the firefight, he probably would have left into the car, is what I would have thought.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm gonna come back and think, what the fuck? All of my
What the fuck?
shit.
I definitely lived at this address. Where did it go?
Who stole this building?
I think the damage to another building would be a dead giveaway, but whatever.
Who stole the building and replaced it with all these fucking rocks?
They didn't even do a proper job.
This is bullshit.
Left bit.
Anyways, I'm gonna head on off. Night, guys.
Night.
Alright. With that said, that this part of of the story comes to a close. And we shall see our finale coming up soon. Will it be high water for us or curtains closed? We shall see next time. Until then, I'll see y'all mates next time.